Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my presentation. Before starting my presentation, I want to thank my honorable teacher Rubel Sheikh for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to present my presentation. My presentation topic is Entity Relationship Model. Here I am Johirul Islam. My ID is 191152752. Here is the content of my presentation: DBMS, about ER model, example, components. Here are the three components: entity, attribute, and relationships. Here the DBMS and the ER model. Here the definition of DBMS. A database management system is a software system to creating and managing databases. In the system, we can manage or create databases. Now coming to the point of ER model. ER model stands for Entity Relationship Model. The ER model defines the three most relevant steps. The steps are requirement analysis, conceptual database design, logical database design. In this ER model, we can conceptually design a database and logically design a database. At the about of ER model. Entity relationship model is also called ER model, and it is high level model. In this model is used to define the data element and the relationship for a specified system. Here modeling the database structure is portrayed as diagram, also called as the entity relationship diagram. Here is the example of the ER model. Here is the component of ER model. We can see there is a picture. The ER model have the components entity, attribute, and relationship. We can see their types in this given slide. Now coming to the point of entity. An entity can be an object or a person or a place. We previously know that the entity is two types. One is weak entity and second one is a strong entity. Basically, weak entity is an entity that completely depends on the other entity. In many cases, weak entity do not have the primary keys. In a given slide, we can see a picture. In this picture, we can see customer borrows loan. It is not mandatory to all the customer to borrow loan. Now coming to the point of strong entity. Strong entity is one which is not depend on the other entity. We can also see a picture on the given slide that student takes course. It is mandatory to all the student to take course. Now coming to the point of attribute. Here attribute is used to describe the property of entity. Here is an example, or we can see here is a picture. In this picture we can see that the employee name, employee number, employee join date, and experience. It all are the example of attribute. Attribute can be broadly classified into these types. We can see that key attribute. Key attribute also divided into the two types of attribute: single attribute and the simple attribute. Now the number 2 is the composite attribute, number 3 is multi-valued attribute, number 4 is the derived attribute. Now coming to the point of the key attribute. Basically, key attribute is an attribute that uniquely identify each entity of an entity set. It is called the key attribute. The key attribute represented by the oval shape with the underline. Here we can see the picture. We can see that the text underlined by the key attribute. Now coming to the point of the composite attribute. Basically, composite attribute is an attribute that is composed of other attribute. In this given slide, we can see there is a picture. The name is composed of the first name, middle name, and last name. So name is a composite attribute. Now coming to the point of the derived attribute. Basically, derived attribute is attribute that basically derived from the other attribute, and it is represented by the dashes oval. For example, if we have a student birth date, then we can easily calculate the age of every student. Now coming to the point of the multi-valued attribute. Basically, multi-valued attribute is an attribute that can have more than one value, and this multi-valued attribute is represented by the double oval. We can see there is a attribute name, phone number. A person can have more than one phone number. So phone number is a multi-valued attribute. Now coming to the point of types of relationship. We previously know that there are 4 types of relationship. One-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, many-to-one relationship, and many-to-many relationship. Now coming to the point of one-to-one relationship. What is one-to-one relationship? When only one instance of entity is associated with the relationship, then it is known as the one-to-one relationship. Basically, we can see that a picture in this given slide. Person has passport. We know that a person can have only one passport, and one passport can taken by only one person. So the person and the passport relationship is a one-to-one relationship. Now coming to the point of the one-to-many relationship. What is one-to-many relationship? When only one instance of an entity on the left and the more than one instance of entity on the right associate with a relationship, then this relationship is called a one-to-many relationship. Here is an example. We can see that customer makes order. We basically know that a customer can make more than one order. So simply we can say that many order can makes by a customer. So customer and order relationship is a one-to-many relationship. Now coming to the point of the many-to-one relationship. When more than one instance of a entity of left and only one instance of entity on the right associate with the relationship, then it is known as the many-to-one relationship. Here is an example. We can see that student studied in college. We basically know that student studied in colleges. So many students at a time studied in one college. It is impossible to one student to study in different college at a time. So student and college relationship is a many-to-one relationship. Now coming to the last topic, the many-to-many relationship. What is many-to-many relationship? When more than one instance of entity on left and more than one instance of the entity of right is associated with a relationship, then it is known or called as a many-to-many relationship. We can see there is a picture that employee is assigned project. We can simply call that a employee can assign more than one project, or one project can assign by the more than one employee. So employee and project relationship is a many-to-many relationship. Now here is the summary of my presentation. The summary of ER model. Make sure that each entity only appears on a diagram. Name every entity, relationship and attribute in my diagram. Examine the relationship between the entities closely. Now there is last a summary that use colors to highlight important portion of my diagram. Now here is the reference where I collect this information to make this such a wonderful slide. Thank you, sir.